台湾空间美学新秀设计师大赛，介绍新设计，推展设计新思维，挖掘设计生力军，并期许有潜力的设计新鲜人能有更多舞台。另外，活动当天也力邀资深国际设计人、纽约全球知名品牌运用设计鬼才 Robert Street 以及斯德哥尔摩全方位设计大师 Morten Claesson 两位世界级大师与设计师们双向交流，一起探讨在全球化的驱动浪潮下，如何持续激荡出创新设计。
Globalization is important to some people to stay true to the local and the roots and the heritage. And it's really about being true to who you are. It's really about understanding what is it that you care about the most and making sure that your creativity is coming from that place. A lot of time I travel to places where people feel the need to be true to the place. If it's really something that you care about a lot, and it's something that you think about a lot, and it's really, really constantly in your heart, not just in your mind, then of course you have to do it. For me, I think about what helps people improve their well-being. For me, it's very important because it's taking advantage of things that are available for us today. Is relate to how you feel to use it, it's already innovative. Because nobody else, if you're really true to how you feel like using it, nobody else using it in the same way. Whether you use the word innovation to describe it or not, it doesn't matter. For me, it's about utilizing resources. It's about using technologies, using new material, understanding how to put things together in a unique way, and creating also personality. I think that the personality becomes more individual versus cultural because it really gives the ability to create a unique and personal story. Growing up in Israel really made me realize there's a lot of different point of view about sometimes the same exact things. It's very interesting to really understand point of views in general, to really realize that sometimes it's not about what's right and what's wrong. There is no necessarily right or wrong. It's about something that is different than something else. I think when you talk about creativity in such a way, sometimes people think that when you problem solve something, there's only one solution. But that's not true, you know, there's a lot of different solutions. I'm a very curious person, and I think that my curiosity makes me embrace a lot of different places around the world. I always try to think when I design something about how does this really take the best advantage of this particular place. Whether it's an architectural project or a product design project, how do you really give it the right flavor, the right feeling that is suitable for this?
看完设计鬼才 Robert Street 设计无设限的创思之后，在瑞典仅有15人的设计团队，却将设计触角跨足全球各地的 Morten Claesson 又是怎么说的呢？
Environmental thinking is so much to the forefront today that it is taken for granted. I mean, there is no design today that is not ecological or not sustainable. So it's almost become to the point where you don't discuss it, you take it for granted. And typically we use renewable materials like wood, which is readily available in the Nordic countries. Globalization is a big opportunity for design because design is a universal language, and I think it is a positive thing when you start to understand each other. It doesn't have to mean that you diminish your own culture, but you have a chance to work with the world as your field. So it's definitely a positive event for design. Design is not a language of words, spoken or written. Design is a language of the visible and the tactile, of space and proportions and things that are really a universal language that goes beyond any local culture. The Taiwanese design, as I have seen it during the few years that I have been coming back to Taiwan, has changed over this just a handful of years into much more self-confident and professional. What's good is that it is rooted in local culture, which makes it interesting because it's an alternative to the Western international kind of style. The negative thing for the designers is that I think they need to be more outspoken of their talent. They need to tell the world and to have the self-confidence to believe in their own design. I have also traveled to Japan for over 20 years now, and the situation in Japan was, in this particular case, similar to the situation in Taiwan today, 15 years ago, where there was a lot of talent but no self-confidence. Today, Japan is known around the world for their good designers. I see no reason why this is not going to happen to Taiwan as well.
同样受到多元文化熏陶的两位设计大师，相信全球化将为设计师们带来更多机会，以自身作品分享他们如何专注追求设计本质，让设计取代语言，跨越领域隔阂，开创更多新的可能。也期许台湾设计师与今年度得奖者们持续努力，掀起新时代的设计浪潮。